Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Rick here, and again, just thought I'd do this video, on my journey to £1,000,000. I think this is episode number 6, all about kind of, something I've been just thinking about so much as I've been on this journey of trying to gain mastership over my own money and not let money have mastership over me. And that's really what, £1,000,000 represents. And it's really led me to this realization, which I want to talk about today. And, I try not to get worked up about some of these things but, forgive me if I do on this video. And I'm just going to title this video, Don't Work for the Queen. Don't work for the Queen. What I mean by this and what the Queen represents in this statement is, working and you're at the mercy of the government in which you live in. I live in England, so Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II she's the one who we pay taxes to. We got Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, and so she represents the system that we almost everybody exclusively works for, her government, and even though the corporations that control the governments. If you're in America, it would be, I think they call it Uncle Sam is the name, the colloquial name they give the system there. If you're in Africa, you're working for some corrupt government. Wherever you are, there's a government there that's taxing you, that's asking you to work for it. And this really, really pains me. You should not be working for them. If you ask for yourself, who do you work for? You shouldn't be working for these systems, because that is modern day slavery. We are, back in the day, black people were put into ships and sent to America. There's slavery in the Arab world. There was slavery in biblical times. There has always been slavery where, people have been forced and put in chains, taken to another place. But these days, in the 21st century, modern day slavery is you actually agree to it. You agree to be enslaved by governmental systems. So we end up, everything we do, we work for those governments. I like to say that modern day slavery is not in chains, but it's in debt. And that is so true. It's ridiculous. When you think about it, we work for these systems. We work so that we can have money to just spend. I live in the UK and I come from Zimbabwe, so I know a bit about the African community here, where you left your own nation to come here thinking, you'll spend maybe a couple of years working, save up your money and be able to go back to your country to rebuild your nation. But 10 years, 20 years later, you are still working for the Queen. Everything you do is geared towards the system taking everything you work for. And if you don't wake up, if you don't see it, if you don't think to yourself, why am I really doing this? Why am I working this way? Why am I spending my money this way? You will die working for the system. And this is the real thing that pains me, is that, the system, it takes all your time, your years, you work from when you're 20 to when you're 60, 70, they've sucked out all the life energy from you. At the end, when you can't even work anymore, then they just put you out to pasture. They basically give you a pension and say to you, go and die, basically, which is what a pension is. Hey, just go and die. And you look and you say, what has my life been spent for? To just help the systems of these people. I have just paid into the businesses, all these businesses that have set up around me. I have just paid into the building this country, and I myself, my children, have nothing to show for it. And all you do is the system then says, okay, yeah, give us your kids. And so now you've given your kids to go again be slaves to those systems. And that, it annoys me. It really, really pains me. Think about it this way. Okay, let's bring it down to a new level. Let's bring it down to a day-by-day level. When it's payday, why is it that 50%, at least 50% of your money is going, is basically spent for you? You're told every month. If you work a normal job, think about yourself. You've literally have these things set up that will basically take away your money before you even decide to spend it. So we're talking what? Taxes, first of all, bills, all this insurance, all these, your car, the like car tax, road tax, taxes for sales. Every time you buy something, you have to pay some more tax. Taxes for everything. You have direct debits set up to your head, and your whole money. And 50% is a very conservative estimate. Most of us, I remember a time when probably 80% of the money that I earned was going to the system, the government, Her Majesty, the Queen. So when I think about it, I'm like, I was on a lot of money. I earned a lot of money, but it all went and I had nothing to show for it. And this is what I mean, that the system has you by the balls, basically. The system has you by the scruff of the neck, and the system just wants you to work for it forever. But you're better than that. You can do better than this. This is why I'm on a journey to get to 1 million, because I know that one of the ways I'm doing this, not only by earning that kind of money, but by understanding how I spend it, by understanding that I don't need to be giving money to people just because I don't understand the laws of money. And I don't need to be giving the money to the system. What I can be doing with the money instead is serving my community, building my community, solving issues and problems for my community, basically carrying out the purpose for which I was born, not only paying for the Queen, paying for her government, paying for corrupt politicians to have nice lives. No, that is not what we are meant to do. Let me tell you something about the system. The system never tells you its secrets. The system knows the secrets for creating wealth. The system knows the secrets for building organizations and businesses that take your wealth. But they don't want you to know those systems. They don't want you to know those secrets to build your own system. The system wants you to just be a consumer on the consuming end so that you can keep giving them your money. They will not tell you their secrets. You will never find it in school, in normal education. You'll never find the secrets to building wealth, community wealth. I'm a member of a lot of black community groups and stuff, and a lot of these people, a lot of us, people are just moaning, oh yes, the black people are oppressed, the people. So you really think they're gonna give you the secrets to their system? No, you gotta go find it yourself. You've gotta research it. You've gotta know the laws of money. You've gotta build discipline in you on how you spend your money. Learn to lord over it. Learn to be the lord over your money, not let money be lord over you. I told you I was trying not to get worked up. Guys, the system is out to get you. The system wants you to work for it all the days of your life. It wants your children. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your kids, because your children are going to work for that system forever as well. The whole system is just set up to, it teaches you how to spend money. Just, never how to rule over your money. They're very quick to teach you how to be a sheep, to spend like everybody else. Culturally, we're all just spending money. We all just spend money. Spend. Culturally, you're looking at your neighbor going like, ooh, they've got a brand new car. Maybe I need to get a brand new car. Oh, the in thing these days is that you have to live in a 200,000 pound house in this neighborhood. That's the in thing. We all have to do this. Oh, I'm this age now. I have to get married. It's not. Who said that? Maybe that's not the path for you. You're not ready yet. You need to master your money first, because now you're having loads of kids and you can't even support those kids. Ooh. So, all right. I like to finish with something practical. You know, every end of the video, I like to now they put something practical in. And I really just have been feeling a burden to just really re-emphasize the laws of money. I like to look at these laws of money. You know, firstly, money must be retained. That's the first law of money. Money must be retained. Retained. The game of money is to retain it until you get to that point where you can just look at money and it's like a tool to you. You've retained it. Nobody is taking it from you. Don't let them take your money, whoever they are. A business, a church, a government. If they're just taking it for no reason, don't let them. I know that religiously sometimes you think, I should give. But no, think about it. Think where your money is going first. Don't just give out of, I'm all for giving, but don't let them just take your money. Money must be retained. Second thing, money is not to be spent. It is to be saved for investment later. So on this, I'm talking about if you are not taking a certain portion of your money, whatever that portion is, you can start small if you're in debt and stuff, but if you're not taking a certain portion of your money and putting it aside so that you can invest either in your own business, if you're confident of yourself in business building skills, a business around your own calling and purpose, or you partner and invest in somebody who is good at business, then you'll never get out of the rat race. You need to do this. The other law of money, never spend money on what you can do without. Never spend money on what you can do without. Too many of us are just spending money because it's the end thing to do. Too many of us are just spending money because we're not mentally strong. We're making emotional decisions about money. Never spend money on what you can do without. Never eat tomorrow's bread today. That's the next law of money. Never eat tomorrow's bread today. Don't allow yourself to be duped into getting into a mortgage that you can't afford and then therefore sell the next 30 years of your life. Driving a brand new car for the sake of driving a brand new car, and you've basically sold the next 5-6 years of your life so that you can just drive a fancy car. I like to buy, if I can't afford it, I'm going to save for it and buy it outright. Otherwise I'm not going to eat tomorrow's bread today. And lastly, never obey the dictates of money. That's the next law of money. Never obey the dictates of money. Your money wants to leave you. Do you remember like Lord of the Rings? Like the ring was always trying to go back to Sauron. The ring was always wanting to go back to Sauron. So Frodo was always finding that the ring was putting him in precarious situations so that it could go back to its master. That's what money does. Money wants to leave your pocket. So unless you master it, you are never ever going to really understand and use it for your good and for whatever you've been purposed to do on this earth, whatever you use your purpose on this earth, whether that's feeding people, whether that's taking care of the widows, whether that's taking care of trafficked people, whether that's ending slavery, fighting racism, whatever it is, if you don't master your money, you won't get it. So I encourage you to take one or two of those laws of money and really spend a month or two just getting it into your head, getting it inside you and putting these things to practice, because they will really help you. Make sure you like this page for more of our videos. Make sure you comment, let me know what you think. But guys, don't work for the queen. It's not worth it. Don't work for the queen. I'm out.